me is this mouth of yours. I'm gonna suggest that you start talking when you're still able to use it.
Nighttime, I'm up at the right time. Sword damage, I say he get piped now. Damon baby, killing shit on sight now. Money crazy, stay with at least 100,000. Loaded, nigga know I'm in his bitches like I'm Ben Fields. Straight out them trenches, but I still be with that shit still. I'm out the roof, I'm steady boating, I'm out for 3 pills. Like bitch, you sleep, get left to sleep, you know it's been real. China 2, bodies get them stuck.
What's going on, guys? Naruto Black Ops here. And yeah, so guys, it's been a minute since I've been on YouTube. I know. It's been a little minute, It's been a little minute since I've been on YouTube. But I am back, and I am going to try to post as many what ifs as I can. And I've been watching a lot of what ifs lately, and I've gotten better at what ifs. So that's basically what I'm saying. So basically, I'm going to start doing more what ifs on this channel and reaching out instead of just Naruto what ifs. So yeah, we're going to just do the first thing I'm going to do when back to the channel, is I'm going to do what if Ichigo was, had the 3-sword style, basically, but had the 3-sword style. So, I'm not going to have him having 0 powers, like his reincarnation or nothing like that. No, because I haven't caught up on One Piece, and I kind of forgot about some things about One Piece. It's just like, how long One Piece is, I just watch other anime, and I just end up forgetting. But yeah, so you're probably wondering, like, how is he going to have 3 swords? Is Zangetsu going to be split up, or, like, well, I explain that later. So, basically, everything up into canon happens up to the point where Ichigo needs to get his Shinigami powers back. So, basically, Urohara pushes him down, and he comes up with a broken part of, like the first form of Zangetsu that he had, and enemy basically comes up with a broken part of that. So, Urohara and him start to fight, and, basically, it gets to the point where Ichigo, said, Zangetsu and the power came and stuff like that. He would say Zangetsu like he did in canon, but instead of Zangetsu being a huge blade, it would actually be Bankai Zangetsu. I'm talking about not the actual Bankai in manga, the Bankai that Ichigo used in his first Bankai basically. So it wouldn't be that huge blade Zangetsu. It would actually just be Bankai Zangetsu. So yeah, it would be Tensa Zangetsu basically. I should have just said Tensa Zangetsu. But yeah, basically it would be Tensa Zangetsu. And Ichigo would be able to move around more and be faster. So, he would be able to maneuver more and have better openings to slash and stuff like that. So Ichigo would then slash the air I was thinking about giving him the black stuff, but then I was like, nah, but then that would happen, it would be no reason for him to have follow man. So I was just gonna keep his Getsuga Tensho the same. So it's just gonna be, a light bluish Getsuga Tensho, I guess. So he slashes the air and it goes straight over to what's his name? Urohara, basically. So, after that, Ichigo appears right in front of Urohara and he slashes down, but Urohara blocks this and he pushes Ichigo back. Ichigo then tries to catch Urohara off guard by putting sand in his face and try to slash him in his face, just try to slash down. Ichigo now uses his surroundings to his advantage. So yeah, sorry about that, guys, when I'm back. So basically, like I was saying, Ichigo uses his surroundings more because, he's smarter in this. So uses surroundings and he tries to catch Urohara off guard, but Urohara, using his sentence, I guess, he dodges it. So he dodges, and then he hits Ichigo with the blunt part of his sword. And, well, Ichigo stumbles back, and he keeps on trying. After that, they start to train, they keep on training. And Ichigo trains for the next 10 days, I think it was. I don't remember, but he trained for how long they had. And, yeah, that would happen. So, Chad, Urahime, Uru, would all, meet up after the training arc or whatever I'm gonna call it. So after that, Ichigo and them they would go ahead and head over into the Soul Society or Yoruichi and stuff. So I guess I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm gonna just keep Ichigo's Shinigami. I guess you could say like form, not form, but like his kimono or whatever it is called, bro. Basically his Shikai form. I think I'd keep it as the Bankai form. I'll just keep it as Bankai. So yeah, we're having as his Shikai is not like his Bankai, I guess you could say. So Ichigo would start moving to, well, not Ichigo. Ichigo and his friends would start moving to the Soul Society, running, and then the cleaner would come and they would still outrun it. So they would get to the gate, and I forgot the gate's guard's name, but yeah, the gate guard would still try to slash down on Ichigo, but Ichigo would easily block this with his blade, and he would say, "Huh, weak," and he would slash up, and the guy's arm would immediately come off. And he would fall down saying, okay, I'll let you in. And he opens the door. Chad, Orihime, and Uru, they would all be surprised on what like Ichigo did. Like they would be surprised that he just did on one slash, but also that he used such a gruesome tactic. Like he just slashed up the guy's arm, no remorse. Because Ichigo, he wasn't really like that in the show. You know, like he'll only have to, if he had to take you out, it would have to be good for a good reason. So yeah, that's basically literally all anime characters. You don't see anime characters that don't care about life. You know what I mean? Main characters. There's not a lot of those. But anyway, there's some, but not a lot of those. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So basically, after that, he would open the door, and Gin would be there. Yeah, Gin. So he would try to use his sword or his Zanpakuto. I forgot what it's called, but it basically looks like a Tonto. Yeah. So it would extend, but Ichigo would dodge this, and he would say, huh, easy, Getsuka, Tenjo. And he would slash down, or just slash there, and a, slash of, let's say, blackish type, not blackish, but, the silverish, bluish, type of slash would go to Gin, but Gin would disperse this, and he would send Ichigo and them out of there. So Ichigo and his friends, they will end up still having to do the same thing in canon, where they have to condense the ball and stuff like that. So they will still have to end up doing that, right? So basically, they get sent off into the the Soul Society. So they break the atmosphere or whatever it's called, and they land. But Ichigo would not be landed in the same spot he was in canon. He would actually be landed in the head captain's office, I guess to say. So I'm gonna say Yamamoto was there. I'm not actually. I'm gonna say he wasn't there. That's what I meant. So Yamamoto wasn't there at the time. And Ichigo would land inside, looking around, being like looking dumb, like where am I? Ichigo would then proceed to get up, and he would start to walk around and look around on what's happening. So he would hear something and someone calling his name. It would keep on saying Ichigo, 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 and he would start walking over to where the sound is coming from. He would open a closet and he would see a blade with let's say a reddish, it'll be black, but a red line going down it. You guys know the sword. I think it was Shisui. Yeah, I think the blade Zoro had was called Shisui. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Shisui. So if I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think it was Shisui. So he picks it up and he would, unsheath it and he would see the blade. So he would take it and say, I'll keep this for now, and put it onto his side where his other blade is. So after that, he would proceed to look around. He wouldn't find anything, but then he would hear a knock on the door. He would hide in the closet he found the sword in, And I say the headmaster's like accomplice or like assistant will walk in. He'll be like grabbing something for the head captain, and he would walk out. After Ichigo would breathe, saying that was close. So he would then get out of there and start to run around. So basically, he would start to run around, and he would be at the same spot he was in canon. I think his name was Ishi, not Ishi. That's literally Ichigo's dad, but I think it was Ibuki, not Ibuki. I'm tweaking. Ibarame. I don't know, but basically the bald guy. Yeah, it was the bald guy, but I forgot his name. I think it was Ibarame. Irame, was it? I know it started with an I, like Ishiki. Yeah, Irame. I don't know, but yeah, Ichigo would still meet up with him, and he would use his Pakdoku Semimare. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think it's Kuzemimare. I don't know, but I know it has like the last as Zemimare. So yeah, he would say Kuzemimare, and it would become a staff. So he would try to go at Ichigo, but Ichigo would actually pull out both swords just on reflex, and he would block him. Abraham, he would say, "Huh, two Zanpakutos? That's rare, but that won't help you in this situation." But Ichigo would then smile and say, "Huh, you talk a lot," and he would push him back, and he would appear right in front of him. His eyes would go wide, and Ichigo would slash up, putting a slash on his chest. He would fall over instantly just from one slash, and Ichigo would then say, "Huh, that was easy." He would then put his swords back, but Ibarame would stop him. He would say, "Hey, kid, just want to tell you something. You're real strong. You were able to take me out with one strike. But I don't know if you could be my captain. Watch out for him." And he would walk away. And Ichigo would just hear, he would say, his name is Kampachi Zaraki. And he would just walk away, right? Hearing that name. I forgot what squad captain Kampachi was. I think it was squad 11. Because isn't that like all the, like Kampachis have or something like that? I don't know. But yeah, Ichigo would end up walking away. And sheesh, I ain't gonna front, bro. After this, I low-key forgot everything that happened after this. I didn't forget. I skipped this part because I don't know. I just skipped it, bro, because I was just getting tired of it. So I skipped it up to the part where he had to go against Reggie. So yeah, he's up there against Reggie. I skipped it. I know you're probably like, what, bro? There's so much you have to cover, but hey, I can get it another time. Maybe not, but I don't want to get it right now, okay? Just chill. So, Ichigo will basically end up walking, he would end up walking to where, Rukia is, and he would see the tower where she's being held. So, held. So, Reggie would stand in front of him saying, "I can't let you pass." And Ichigo would say, "Huh, that's too bad." He didn't pull out his swords and say, "Huh, haven't tried it with this blade yet." He would then jump up in the air, and kind of like how Zoro does it. You know how he like jumps in the air and like does like a X slash down. If you have ever played Jump Force, I think it was like 100-pound Phoenix or a Phoenix pound. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, he would slash down, and he would say Getsuga Tensho, and it would be going straight for Reggie. Huge too. Reggie would not be able to move just from the spiritual pressure of it, and he would get hit by this. He wouldn't die because it's Reggie. He's a good character, so he would just be knocked out. He would then say, "Huh, you thought you were stronger than this. Weren't you like holding back in the human world, and I still beat you? Huh? Well, now you can't say anything." He would then walk away, and Reggie would say, "Ichigo, I can't believe I'm saying this, but save Rukia. And Ichigo would say, I was planning on doing that from the start. Catch on. And he would then walk away. Ichigo would end up going up there. Actually, I forgot about this too. She's probably like, bro, this guy didn't watch Bleach. I did watch Bleach. I just like skipped most of it. Like, I didn't skip most of it. I basically skipped most of the Soul Society arc. Most of it, I would just wanted to see the Bankai part. That's literally all I was there for. So yeah, basically Ichigo would have I don't know what he did after that, but after that we just skipped to the part where he's at working Pachi, right? He's about to fight Kenpachi. So Ichigo would just be walking, and he would feel this sensation, and he would feel this spiritual pressure, this heavy spiritual pressure. It would make him want to throw up. He would see somebody on the corner of his eye on top of a building. He would then start to run because he knows that this person is strong and he doesn't want to deal with this person right now. He would start to run, but then that person would appear right behind him, and he would smile, have a sadistic smile on his face. Ichigo would then turn around, trying to slice at him, but he would then appear behind him again, but not behind him, like, like behind him, like not up close, like, far back, Ichigo would then turn around and he would say, Kenpachi Zaraki. And Kenpachi would say, huh, how do you know my name, kid? And, Ichigo said, huh, I defeated one of your squad members. And, Kenpachi would say, you must be strong then if you defeated my third seed. Because that's the only squad member I haven't come in contact with. I think he didn't come in contact with him, I forget. But anyway, Ichigo would then rush at Kenpachi and say, I'll win this fight. And they would start to clash. Ichigo would try to get a hit off on Kenpachi. Kenpachi would dodge. Ichigo would then use his speed. This is just pure speed, just so you know. This is not flashed up. Pure speed. And he would just run at Kenpachi. And he would throw his sword, Shisui, straight at Kenpachi. So Kenpachi wouldn't think anything of this. He's just going to catch the blade, right? But Ichigo would then appear like a flying Raijin, basically, I guess you could say. Kind of how Minato does flying Raijin. He would catch the blade and then slice down on Kenpachi's chest because he was caught off guard. Ichigo would then stab the sword into into the floor, and he would then put his Zangetsu, like, I guess you could say, like beside it, not beside it, but like place it in front of it, kind of like a cross. He would then say, Doku, Zangetsu, and he would then form not like, I guess you could say like a ritual. I'm giving him a new move. Yeah, I am, because he has this Shisui blade. I know. And neither does Ichigo or Zoro have this power, but I'm just making this, okay? I'm just putting him some moves in there. So he would say Doku, Zangetsu, and basically a cross would have formed in the sky, like it was forming in the sky, and then they would like make a barrier around Kenpachi. Kenpachi would say, what is this? Ichigo would then say, this is Doku. It would then appear as like a big, like, I guess you say arena. Not arena, but it would just like it would engulf Ichigo and Kenpachi. Ichigo would then say, in here, I control everything. He would then basically... Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm back. It's been like a few hours for me. I literally had to go do something. Somebody called me, so yeah. But anyway, I'm back, guys. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure I left off when Ichigo said he controls everything. He said Doku Zangetsu. So, basically, a domain formed around him and Kenpachi, and he could control everything in there. Kind of like the guy in One Piece with the Ope operator free, basically. The operator fruit, basically, like that. So he could basically control anything in there. But like to a certain extent. Like the abilities that he had in his arsenal, he could like spam, but they wouldn't do as much damage. Like it wouldn't do as much damage as the actual ability would do. And like he can uh, like make himself faster and stuff like that. So it's a pretty good advantage. So he would start to move around Kapachi real fast, and he would appear right in front of him. He would then slash down on Kapachi's chest, and Kapachi would then step back and laugh. He would say, "This is fun. You're actually a challenge." Ichigo would then say, "Alright, I got this. Break it on." He would then charge at Kapachi, but Kapachi would see this coming, and he would parry Ichigo's sword and slash down on his chest. Ichigo would just dodge, and he would get slashed on the shoulder, and he would just like forget about it. He wouldn't worry about it. After that, he would then move over and tell himself that he needs to find a way to, I guess you could say, like I'll find a way to outmaneuver him, or just like outguess him or something like that. So basically, Ichigo points his sword up into the air, and then makes the water, not the water, but makes something come. I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry about that, guys, but I'm back. So basically, he would point his sword up into the air, and a lightning strike would go down on Kapachi. So Kapachi would be trying to dodge this, but Ichigo would then appear right in front of him and slash down, and he would actually create a huge mark on Kapachi's, well, not a mark, but a huge gash on Kapachi's stomach or chest, whatever. Kapachi would then fall back, and well, not fall back. He would just like stutter back, like he would then say, huh, like he hit, and then Ichigo's domain will go away. Ichigo would start to breathe hard because that used up a lot of Ryatsu. And, Kapachi would say, huh, already out of Ryatsu, huh? He would then appear right in front of Ichigo, and Ichigo's eyes would be widened. He would tell himself, well, in his head, he would say, but and he would get stabbed by Kapachi. And then after that, he would end up on the floor. He would then see Kapachi walking away, saying that Ichigo is not a good opponent. He's weak. He would then walk away, and Ichigo would then see a person walking toward him. He doesn't know who that person is, but he's walking toward him. He would then say, wait, Zangetsu? He would then say, correct, I am Zangetsu, and you are my wielder. But my wielder isn't weak. It's not weak. It's not weak. It's not weak. You keep on telling Ichigo that it's not weak. And Ichigo will start to say, I know it's not. And, Zangetsu would then say, that sword you have. He would then pick up, he would then, point to the sword. Shisui. He would then say, that sword is now part of Zangetsu. It is now one with me. So, learn how to master both. But do you want to be a soul reaper, Ichigo Kurosaki? Do you want to save your friends? Do you want the power? Do you want to win? Ichigo would say, yes, I do. And he would have to go through like this thing, basically the same thing he did in canon. It's just he would be looking for Tensa, Zangetsu, and Shisui. So he would get that, basically. He would then get up and say, Kampachi! He would scream Kampachi's name, and Kampachi would turn around, smiling. Ichigo would then say, I'm not done. He would say, Ketsuga, Tensho! And he would slash down getting an X form of its potential. It would be huge and it would be going straight to Kapachi. He would then say, huh, not bad, kid, but not good enough. Kapachi would end up stopping this with his hand. Ichigo's eyes would be widened, but he would snap out of it, saying, I can't give up now. He would then say, that was just a small taste. He would then put both swords into the ground, including Tensei. He would then say, I created this with... He would say that he created this with his master, Kisuke Urahara. He would then say, Hado 100. Hold up, what I have it on script? I know there's not a Hado 100. It's like a Hado number 99. And that's it, I'm pretty sure. But if there is a Hado 100, I don't know. But I'm creating my own Hado. So, I forgot what I had it. Okay. He would say Hado number 100. Hogekyu. And you're probably like, whoa, Hogekyu, whoa, no, you're just thinking, bro. It's called Hogekyu because Hogekyu basically brings out not the power, but it leads the person to the power, right? It, like, guides them to this. But with this, it's going to, like, boost their power. So it's going to boost your power, basically, better than any other, auto that would boost your power, anything like that. So he would use that, and it would go directly to Kenpachi. It would start going not directly to Kenpachi. The energy would come inside of him, and he would say, all right, now it's time. He would start to charge up his Ryatsu in both of his swords. Kenpachi would then say, hey, kid. He would give Ichigo the same talk that he gave the fifth Espada in the, what was it called? I forgot. Wakamundo arc, yeah. The fifth Espada when he told, your blade is stronger when you swing it with two hands or grip it with two hands. And, Ichigo then says, well, take this. Let's see if you can withstand this. He would then say, Getsuga Tensho! He would slash down, and it would be as big as a mountain. As big as the mountain him and Buaki was standing on in, when Ichigo got his Bankai. So he would slash down, and Kenpachi would slash down also. Those things would both clash, and Ichigo would then end up getting a huge mark on his chest, permanent. This mark would be a X, like a X on his, chest, and, Ichigo would then be knocked out, or passed out, and so will Kenpachi. So, after that, Yoruichi comes to get, Ichigo, and patches him up, and she still does the same thing, being negative and stuff like that, so yeah. After Ichigo thinks that he's, held or something like that, he would still go out to find Rukia and help him out, but Yoruichi would still end up fighting them, and he would help him out. So, yeah, I'm just trying to skip this part, So after that, Ichigo will tell Yoruichi that he has to beat Byakuya. She would say the only way you can beat him is by unlocking Bankai. So, Ichigo would say, Bankai, what is that? He would say, well, let me tell you. Urahara would then end up telling Ichigo about Bankai. And, not Urahara, but Yoruichi would tell him about Bankai. She would then give him a doll to stick his Zanpakuto in. He would do that, and he would train with Zangetsu. After that, he comes out, and yeah, he's learned a few things. But he would end up telling Yoruichi once he gets out that he didn't learn Bankai. And Yoruichi's face would be surprised. She would be dumbfounded. She would say, what do you mean you didn't learn Bankai? He would say that I didn't learn Bankai, I just couldn't unlock it. And it's not that Ichigo couldn't unlock it, it's just that Ichigo's power right now is just not ready. Ichigo's body is not ready for Bankai yet, It's just not ready for it. So Ichigo basically he would say, but I've learned a powerful move that I think would be easy to take out Byakuya in one hit. So basically, we will skip to the part where Ichigo is fighting Byakuya. So Ichigo will walk onto that mountain, and he would see Byakuya. I know I probably just skipped a lot, but still, come on, chill. He will see Byakuya, and he would say, Byakuya, I would end this in one final swoop. Byakuya would laugh and say, you're funny. You're only a substitute Soul Reaper. I'm a captain. What do you think you're gonna do? Ichigo would then point his finger into the air. He would then say, Hadu no Kyuji, Kurutsuchi. He would then see a black, box form around, Byakuya. And Byakuya's eyes would go widen. He would say, this can't be. And a cringe, noise, which is like cats scratching on a blackboard. You just hear that, and it would stab into Byakuya, right? So Byakuya would get hit by this. And you're probably like, oh my gosh, bro, what is this? It's Hado number 90, Kurotsuchi, basically. I just like to say Hado no Kyuji, Kurotsuchi. I just like to say it like that. Hado no Kyuji is basically better. Nobody can lie. So after that, basically, Ichigo would have took Byakuya out in one final swoop. Yes, just with that. Because that move is actually powerful. Used by the right person and with the right Ryatsu, it could take down, so you could take a captain down, I'm telling you. So after that, Ichigo wouldn't have had any problem, and his hollow would not come out. So a lot would have changed right there. You probably think that Ichigo's I could say, growing him out. The eyes didn't want him to grow at is going slower, but it's actually going faster. You guys would see what I'm talking about. But anyway, he would end up walking down, getting out of there after he's defeated Byakuya. After that, Ichigo would actually start to sense something. He would walk into this dark path. He'd walk into this dark path, and he would see nothing but darkness. Nothing. He would then see Zangetsu, or what he thinks is Zangetsu. He would then walk up over there to him, and he would say, hey, old man Zanget, but then he would get stabbed through the chest with a sword, a blue sword. He would then fall on the ground and start to bleed out. Ichigo would be frozen. After that, we'll basically skip to everything that happened. Basically, things would change. Aizen would have, still made it out of there, but Ichigo would have never been there to the, get disrespected or anything like that. So yeah, basically everything up there would have happened, right? So after that, Ichigo would have been found by the Soul Society. They would have found Ichigo, and they would have saw him bleeding out by they don't know who. If you guys do know who that was, because I said he looked like Old Man Zangetsu. If you guys do know who that was, you know who it was, because if you read manga. But if you don't know who it is, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You just need to read manga. So yeah, you're probably wondering, why is that guy being introduced so early? Well, you guys will see. So, basically, Ichigo would have got up, right? He would have got up and he would have told, everybody, not everybody, but Yoruichi would have happened. He said that he was walking into a dark path, trying to go find a way off the mountain, but after that, everything's a blur. He doesn't remember anything. He remembers beating Byakuya in one final attack. Well, not final attack, but just one attack. And then after that, everything's a blur. Yoruichi would have her hand on her chin, thinking on how or what this means. She would just throw it away for some time and basically tell him that we have to get moving back to the land of the living or world of the living. So Ichigo would still end up getting the Soul Reaper Pass or the substitute Soul Reaper Pass or whatever it's called or badge, whatever. So he will walk into the portal, and yeah, basically after that, they would be at the world of the living. Ichigo would have never thought that he was going to, I guess you could say, be stabbed and almost die like that. Like he's never been that close to death. He would have been thinking about what have happened. He would have saw that man's face and reminded him of old man Zangetsu, but it couldn't have been him because, well, he really got stabbed. He thinks he's hallucinating. He tries to talk to Zangetsu, but he wouldn't answer. He would then go out for a walk to clear his head. Ichigo would then see Orihime and Chad. They would just be standing by I guess you could say, a bridge. And Ichigo would walk over there and say, hey, what you guys doing? And, they would just say, oh, we're not doing anything. We're just looking at the horizon. And Chad would say, well, what about you, Ichigo? What are you doing? Ichigo would just say, I'm just taking a walk. Trying to just clear my head on what had happened at the Soul Society. And, they would say the same here. Ichigo would say, do you guys know where Uruhu is? Where Uruhu is? They would then say, oh, he said he was at his house. And, Ichigo would say, where is that exactly? They would then give him his address, and Ichigo would walk over there. He would end up going over there, and for some reason, he needed to see Uruhu. He doesn't know why, he just needed to. Because it's like he was drawn to him or something like that. He would then walk over to Uruhu. He would say, Uruhu, have you been having these strange feelings lately? Uruhu would then say, what do you mean? He would be on the phone with him. He would say, hold up, I'm heading to your house. Ichigo would get there and knock on the door. He would, would then answer the phone, not answer the phone, but answer the door, and he would say, what do you mean, strange? He would say, do you feel like there's somebody new here or something like that? Or some person that you've never seen before or never seen before has came into this land or something? You would say, actually, I felt that in the Soul Society. It's like this Quincy was there, besides me. I don't know. It actually felt like we were two. But, hey, I don't know. Ichigo would then say, that's crazy. I wonder what this is. Ichigo would then say, well, thanks for the talk, I'll get going. Ichigo would then say, alright, peace. Ichigo would walk out and just keep on taking his walk. He would walk and walk and walk and walk and walk. And then he would stop. He would then look behind him. He would then see someone strange. This would be no one other than Shinji himself. Shinji would say, Ichigo Kurosaki, I presume. Ichigo would say, who are you? How do you know my name? He would say, my name's Shinji, and that's all you're getting out of me. So, yeah. Ichigo said, well, if you're not going to give me your full name, I don't need to talk to you. He would then flash step out of there, and he's out of there. Literally, he just didn't feel like talking to nobody. He just wanted to walk. He would then start walking. Ichigo would then feel something in his chest. He would start to fall over I used to say, you started to fall on the floor, and Ichigo would just start to clench his chest like it's burning. He would then fall, and something would start to happen. Someone would start to take over his body. Ichigo would wake up, and he would start to walk around. He would say, hey, this body's pretty cool. If you guys know who this is, you guys know who this is. There's really not no spoilers. I would tell you, but I just want to keep it a mystery, because if you don't know who it is, you don't know who it is, okay? So Ichigo proceeds to walk, and he goes back to his house without saying hello to his father or to his sisters. He just goes into his room. He then sits down and meditates with his Zangetsu in his lap. He then says, alright. He would then see I guess you could say, bear come up to him, and he would say, what the hell are you? And Ichigo would grab him and throw him outside. And, he'll then just get back to what he was doing. He would start meditating and trying to, I guess you could say, like, synchronize with Zangetsu. So he would try to synchronize with Zangetsu, and he ended up doing it. Ichigo would then open his eyes, but Ichigo would be in the spirit land. He would then walk around, and he would see Ichigo with orange hair. You're probably wondering, how does he see himself? Well, that's not himself. That's Ichigo Kurosaki. The person we're talking about now, well, I guess we could call him White. Yes, the Hollow has taken over Ichigo's body. Ichigo didn't notice this, but, well, hey, he hasn't noticed a lot of things. The reason how this happened is the Hollow took its time to take over the Blade Shisui fully. So now, he's no longer part of Zangetsu. He is his own Zanpakuto. He is now Shisui. So, basically, Ichigo would have been taken over because he wasn't ready for that, because he just got the Blade Shisui. He didn't know how it completely works. So he would have been taken over. After that, Ichigo would have opened his eyes in the world, but his mindscape. He would have said, where the hell? But he would see a white version of himself walking around in his life. He would actually be going to school. He would see Orihime, Chad, He would say, hey, I'm right here. Hey. He would be screaming that he's right here, but they wouldn't be able to hear him for some reason. Ichigo would then say, wait, who's taking over my body? What the hell is this? He would then hear someone's name. He would say, this is what I told you. I told you that Shisui was part of Zangetsu, but now it's not. The hollow version, or hollow, or white, or the cricket version of you has taken over that Zanpakuto. You see, the hollow was Zangetsu, or at least part of it. But just like the blade, he synchronized with it. And now, that blade is now the home to that hollow. That blade is now Zanpakuto, Shisui. Ichigo would then understand on how that happened, but he would then contemplate on how he could get back his body. Ichigo would then say, alright, so all I have to do is just make him just accept, or not accept, but learn how to wield Shisui. And Zangetsu would say, pretty much, Ichigo would sit or meditate, and he would start to think. He would then meditate, and he would think of Shisui as his arm. Not in his arm, but his arm. He would start to move it around, and he would start to use it as it was a blade made out of metal. Well, his arm was made out of metal. That's what I meant. But after that, Ichigo would have woken up in his body. This is the actual Ichigo, not Hollow Ichigo. Ichigo would have said, "What the? Where am I?" It would have been 3 days since Hollow Ichigo was taken over Ichigo's body. He would have got up and looked around. He wouldn't have known what was happening, but he would have just turned around and walked away. He would say, "Alright, it's time to get ready for this school thing." He would then walk over and he would just sit down. He'd be sitting down. He would then see that Chad and Urahime are not here. He would then walk over and see someone again. He would see Shinji. He would then say, "Hey, Shinji, right? What are you doing here?" Shinji would then say, "Hey, chill, kid. I'm just trying to go to class." And, Shinji would say, "Actually, where are you going? Where are you going? Should you be paying attention or something?" Ichigo would then say, "I don't have time for that, and you know why." He would then say, "What do you mean, I know why?" Ichigo would then say, "Don't play dumb with me. I know that you have some type of soul reaper power. You're maybe even a hollow, who knows? But you know my name, so you know what I'm capable of. So stay out of my way." He then goes to wherever Chad and Onahime's spiritual pressure was. He would get over there, and basically, we'll get, Yami was just about to punch Onahime, I think, but Ichigo would have stopped it with one blade like he did in Canon. So he would have stopped it, and he would say, "Well, I'm about to finish you." He would have started with Zangetsu, and he would have let it. He would have about to put his, Shisui away, because he was just about to slice up with Zangetsu, right? Just putting a chest, just like a gash on his chest, so he would pass out. He was about to put Shisui away, but his arm stopped. It would start to shake. It would start to go to Yami's neck. It would pull back, and it was about to slice his head off. But Ichigo tried to stop it with all his might. His one side would be talking, and the other side he would say, "Give me back my body, you monster." Oh, White would say, "This is my body, and my Zanpaito. Give me back my body." Basically, they would be going back and forth. Yami would be thinking that this guy is crazy. He would say, "Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Yukito. I think it's pretty much his name." So, basically, after that, he would have said, "What the hell? What is that? What just happened?" He would have walked away and said, "I don't know what the heck is wrong with me, but I better figure out soon, or this is gonna get worse." He would then end up going to school the next day. After that, pretty sure it's Renji, Toshiro, what's her name? Dang, I forgot her name. I just had her name in my head. It'll be Benji, Toshiro, that one guy, I can't remember. Basically, that one guy with the eyebrows. That ball guy. Oh, yeah, it was Rangekyu. Yeah. Rangekyu. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Rangekyu. 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 Yeah, it's Rangekyu. Rangekyu? Rangekyu, yeah. So, yeah, it'll be her, Toshiro, Reggie, Rukia, and the bald guys. I mean, the bald guy and the guy with the retardo, you say eyebrow. So, what was the eyebrow, eyelash, one of those. But basically, Ichigo would have been surprised to see him like he was in canon. He would have said, what are you guys doing here? And they would end up telling him why, because the Spada and Aizen is probably planning something, yada, 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 basically. So, Ichigo would have told them that, alright, I understand. He wouldn't walk out with like a, oh my bad. He wouldn't walk out with like a depressed look. And, Rukia would, she would see this, and she would go after Ichigo. Ichigo would then say, oh, what's up, Rukia? Well, what do you want? She would then say, what's wrong with you? And she would say, oh, it's nothing. I'm good. He would then say, no. Well, she would then say, no, it's not nothing. There's something wrong with you. He would say, no, there's nothing wrong. He would say, you know what, there is nothing wrong. I gotta go somewhere. I'll see you later. He would then end up walking around. But then, once again, he would bump into Shinji. Shinji would tell him, hey, you're right. I do know who you are, and I do know what you're capable of. And to answer your question, I'm a former Soul Reaper, but I'm also a Hollow. Ichigo's eyes would widen, and he'd say, and then, that means you're like me? Ichigo, well, Shinji would then say, no, Ichigo. I would say you're like me. Basically, Ichigo would then say, teach me how to conquer this. And, he would say, oh, you're gonna have to join us. And he would say, alright, I'll join you, whatever. And Shinji says, alright, deal. And Ichigo says, alright, I'll join your group, just teach me how to control this thing. So Ichigo's obviously not about to join their group, so I just hope you guys know that he's just baiting them. So what happens is that Ichigo ends up going over to their hideout. I forgot everybody's name. I forgot everybody's visor's name, like all the visors' name. I'm even going to confirm with you. Like, I think one was Love, but that's it. It's only Shinji and Love, but that's all the visors I know. I don't know any other ones. So you can't blame me for not knowing any other ones, because I haven't watched the Bleach in a minute. So, yeah. Basically, it'll be that one girl that tried Ichigo in canon. And the same thing would happen to her. She was talking all that mix and she got choked out. Remember that? So, yeah. But something different would be about Ichigo's mask. We haven't seen it yet, so something different would be about it. It would actually have a hollow horn on it. Not like on it, or not on Ichigo's head, but on the mask it would be a hollow horn. So yeah, it would be different. It would be a hollow horn on the mask. Ichigo would then tell himself, cool, in his head. But then he would be taken over as soon as he saw it, and he would have started choking out the girl, right? So, basically, after that, they were like they were restrained him or something like that, or they did in canon. And after that, they would have made him ride a bike or something like that for however long, like for a week or I don't know. But they would make him do that. After that, they would have made him It would have made him go to the. They made him go to his spirit land, right? So they want to put that domain around him, and then he would have went to like his like spirit realm, or he just would have went inside of his own Getsu and Shisui. So he would have went inside of both Zanpakutos. So Ichigo would then say, "All right, so what am I looking for?" He would then see Zangetsu, and I'm going to be referring to him from now on as Shisui. Basically, the white version of Ichigo, white. So basically, I'm going to say his name's Shisui now, okay? Because that's the Zanpakuto he's with. So, Shisui and Zangetsu are both just standing there. Ichigo then says, "Hey, what are you guys standing there for?" He would say that you have to pick one of us, and which one is it going to be? Ichigo would then say, "I don't know. Which one will it be?" And, Ichigo says, well, sheesh, I don't know. It's kind of hard. I've been through a lot with both of these Zanpakutos. So, I take them both. Again. I wouldn't have it any other way if you ask me, Ichigo would then get a laugh out of, Shisui. Shisui would start laughing and say, kid didn't hear anything we said. Is it me or is it him? There's no boths. Ichigo would then say, says who? This is my spiritual pressure, my power. He would then start to bend both Zangetsu and Shisui at his will. He would bring both Zanpakutos together, and they would actually clash, making, my bad, but making a blade. It would be called, hold up, trying to find it, okay, it would be called Hokikyu. I know you're probably like, bro, what's up with the Hokikyu, bro? Oh, I read that wrong. That was literally what I was doing. Yeah, it was actually Kodatsuchi. It's actually Kurotsuchi. So, blade would be called Kodatsuchi. So, Ichigo would then see a blade he would see a sword with a purple blade and with a black handle. He would then grab all three swords, and put them on his side. He would then say, 3-sword style, huh? Alright then, let's test this. And that's where I'm going to be leaving this video off, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys had fun listening to my what if. I'm going to try to start posting because summer's coming up, so I'll be having a lot of time on my hands. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Naruto Black.